and they answered, and it was back and forth, back and forth. Did you think at that chance maybe you had a chance to keep separating, or what was the difference in that run?
Well, we played great to start the second half. I mean, we went on a 7-0 run in about a minute and a half, and they went on an 11-0 run in about 2 minutes. So obviously, we had an opportunity to keep them at arm's length, and didn't do a good job of that at all. So that was a big stretch of the game from the 18-minute mark to the first TV timeout. That's when they went on their run, and of course we went on our run the first couple of minutes. Hell, that happens in a game. There's a lot of time after that.
What do you think was giving you guys trouble in terms of the offensive execution, particularly in the first half?
Well, I think that they guard us pretty good, and I also think that if you really studied how we played, we didn't do a good job. I'm not saying that by any stretch, but the few opportunities that we had, Juan underthrows Hunter on an uncontested layup. Parker throws a high-low pass and he's wide open on out of bounds. Kevin missed a layup at the end of the first half. You score 4 points on those, you wouldn't be asking that same question. So yeah, we didn't do a good job at all. But we were still up 2 at halftime, if I'm not mistaken. So it's not like that was the ball game, there in the first half.
Bill, the bench had 2 points. Do you feel like that puts a ton of pressure on the starters? Obviously, we're playing heavy minutes throughout the season.
Absolutely. Yeah. It puts pressure on starters, but starters playing the majority of the minutes, they should score the majority of the points. I mean, the bench doesn't have a chance to score a lot of points. They don't play a lot. But yeah, obviously that's going to be a concern all year long for us. We've been playing with that all year. I can't hear, guys.
How much do you think foul trouble played a role down the stretch?
I don't think foul trouble played a role. Our guys fouled out, late in overtime, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, and we played them with 4 fouls after they got them. I mean, so I don't think the foul issues, as far as our guys playing differently, I don't think that really had a role.
Coach, on Saturday you talked about matching K-State's intensity. You knew they'd be intense coming in. Let's talk about both teams' intensity tonight.
Well, I thought that they were the more athletic and explosive team early in the game, and I thought we showed stretches where we were as well. But the bottom line is, the game comes down to making free throws, and it comes down to they scored their last 6 points of regulation, I'm not mistaken, when they're doing offensive rebounds. And 2 of them they earned, and one of them was an air ball. It just came up short, and the other one Hunter tipped in. So I mean, we were kind of unlucky there too, even though, that's obviously part of the game.
You've talked a lot about consistency, finding that. Is that kind of evident from Saturday to tonight, the difference in those 2 games?
Guys, whether it's K-State playing at Oklahoma State or us playing Houston or whatever, the intensity and everything's not quite the same with the prep. I mean, you practice for 20 minutes on Sunday, because of fatigue and all that stuff. So I actually thought both teams probably did a pretty good job hanging in there for 45 minutes, because I know we were tired, and I don't think we were quite as turned up as what we were on Saturday.
Bill, Murphy, freshman learning curve game, really good Saturday, with a little struggle tonight.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more targeted on the scouting.
Well, I think the way it works is, people will get a book on everybody, and his with all the success that he's had, obviously his book's grown, and I thought they did a good job, without question, and I also thought that we didn't do as good a job, and Johnny wasn't quite as good as what he normally did, but he's obviously a good player, a great prospect, and we're going to need him to be an offensive threat for us, but I just think today was, he was kind of due one of these.
Anything else? Gary?
Bill, were there any problems getting off the court?
No, I actually subbed to make sure that we could get, to bring everybody to the side when the game was over. I don't think, I mean, I didn't notice any problems.
So that's why you put all those guys in, just to get the starters on.
Well, I put them in because if you leave the starters out there, they don't know to get to the side of the court. So I put the other guys in so they knew to get to the side of the court, because normally every other time that we've lost over here, there's been a pretty good court storming, and tonight there wasn't that. But I thought they did a really good job in controlling everything they're doing.
Come on, forward, some of those awards exchange between the coaching staffs and support trends like that.
I don't know anything. It wasn't with my top assistants, so I don't know anything what was said. Pretty emotional sport, emotional game. So I imagine if there was something said, it was probably just done out of emotion. So,
Anything else? Jay?
Coach, I asked you a few weeks ago about these guys and how much of a care factor, you know, after every win, loss, of highs and lows, and today they look pretty emotional. What do you say to them, and I mean, how do you get ready for the next one? I mean, I know you got a little bit of time, but
well, the thing about it is, folks, we're not good enough to not execute, not play smart. You know, go on the road, you need to make free throws. You need to do a lot. You need to take advantage of your opportunities, and we didn't do that well enough. And we were still right there with the chance to win. And you know, we got to tighten those things up, obviously. But, hey, this league, anybody in America that would have come here tonight and played them, they would have been a hard win with that crowd and everything else. So can't let one become two. That's
All right, thanks,
thanks,
Coach.
Coach. Thank you, Coach.